Hello and welcome to another installment of the Stogie Review video review. Here we are, it's a Saturday morning, and I've got a Helix Maduro to smoke. Now these are supposed to be pretty mild, so I'm really looking forward to that, especially for something early in the morning. I really don't want to be, overpowered by a too strong of a cigar. So I'm going to go ahead and clip my cigar. As you can see, got a smooth, clean cut. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start lighting this up. The pre-light draw is real loose, and it's got some sweet tones to it. Sort of like almost like a floral taste. It's pretty good. Before I get too far along, this is another one of those bargain cigars that I'm lumping into the bargain breakdown. And I did some research on Cigars International's website. Actually, no, I didn't. It was Famous that I pulled these from. This I got locally at a local cigar shop. It was $2.95. So I thought this would be a great cigar to look into and see what I can get for online prices. And like I said, this is a Helix, a Maduro. It's an X50, which means it's a Robusto. It's 5x50. They come in boxes of 25. The Maduro come with they come in purple. The naturals come in like an electric blue, I think they call it. They're $45.95 a box, and with Famous's shipping policy, it's $5.35 for anything over $40. So we got a grand total of $51.30 after shipping, and then we break that out over 25 cigars, and we got $2.05 per single. And these are made in Honduras. They have Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper, Honduran binder, and quite a bit in the filler. We got Brazil, Dominican Republic, Honduras, and Mexico. That's all the country of origins for all the filler tobaccos. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going and start to light this. So far, it's producing a lot of smoke. It right off the bat, it gives you a little bit of a sweet flavor, but it's also sort of sour. It's a real mild body, smooth finish, a little bit dry, but we're just starting out, so that could change radically as we get further in. And the wrapper looks a little rustic. It appears to be rather dry. It's got some fairly heavy veins in it, and it's pretty soft. But aside from that, it's smoking pretty well so far. So, nothing to complain about as of yet. And I'm really looking forward to getting into this in a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. It's been about 15 minutes, and I don't know, maybe about ½ inch. I just had the ash drop in the ashtray right before this, so maybe 3/4 of an inch. The ash is fairly light. It's sort of like powdery in texture. Once it falls, it kind of floats around. Not a problem as of yet. It hasn't fallen in my lap, so I really don't mind it. It can be as powdery as it needs to be. The draw is still a little loose for my taste. It's almost like you're overdrawing and you're only getting half a mouth full of smoke. So that I'm not real fond of, but at the same time, it makes for a very relaxing cigar. You don't need to overwork it. You can just kind of sit back and puff away. Right now, one of the things I'm really enjoying is it's leaving me with a sweet, almost floral flavor on my lips, and it's going pretty well with the base flavor of the cigar, which is sort of woody. It's still got that mild body, and the finish isn't really dry anymore. It's beginning to come around. It's starting to get creamy. It's still real smooth, and it's shorter on the palate. The only complaint that I do have, which is it's just my personal taste, but I've mentioned before, I really don't like Connecticut wrappers or Connecticut tobacco in general. It has a distinct taste that I pick up very easily, and I'm not real fond of it. And I can taste that in this cigar. Even though I really don't enjoy that taste, it's masked by the more enjoyable flavors. So far it's enjoyable while it has like undertones of flavors I'm not real thrilled about. And it's a very good morning cigar, and I'm really glad I decided to light up a cigar this morning and just try to relax a little bit to start the day off. It's beautiful out. I plan on going out for a little bit, and this is just a really good way to start the day. So I'm really looking forward to smoking a little bit more of this thing. Here we are coming into the home stretch. It's been maybe 15-20 minutes. Burn's pretty good. It's a little uneven, but really no complaints for a cigar that costs a little over $2. So, I'm really enjoying it so far. Unfortunately, this is the second cigar I've had that's had this problem. As you can see, the cigar's got a rounded shoulder, and like all cigars of this shape. But a lot of times what you'll see is the cap goes around the cigar, and it rolls over the shoulder a little bit, and so that it's onto the flat, and it's a little stronger. In the case of this cigar, it looks like it's very short, and it's just popped over the end. And that sudden kind of clipping action that you do with the cutter seems to jar it just enough that as you smoke it, it slowly loosens and it'll eventually pop off. It's really starting to come off. I've been kind of wetting my finger and trying to roll it back on just to keep it on there so that the wrapper doesn't start to unravel. So that's a continuing problem. Maybe if I have another one, I'll try a punch and see if that's any better. It's producing more smoke now than it was. It's beginning to get a sort of like a metallic taste I'm not real fond of. That sweet floral tone that I had on my lips, it's starting to fade. It's not really there anymore. The base flavor is still woody. Finish is still smooth. It's creamy. It's more creamy than it was. It's not like full-fledged, really creamy, dense. So it's getting better in the sense that I'm enjoying the finish more now than I did. The body is slowly building. It's more like a mild to medium now, and it's smoking pretty good, with the exception of the issue I'm having with the cap. Like I mentioned, these have a purple band, and they look pretty good. I'm not a real big fan of purple, but it's a pretty attractive band. It really doesn't mean anything, but this is probably a cigar you could hand out to a buddy who doesn't typically smoke, and they might find it appealing and give it a shot. So if you're trying to push one of your friends over the edge, this one could possibly do it. Well, I've got quite a bit more to smoke actually, so I'm just going to keep doing that. As you can see, it's about time to wrap things up. One little problem I had while the camera was off was when I tapped the ash off. The ash fell, and it looked like some of the filler fell too. So there was a hole in the cigar. It was really tough to get lit again, and the draw was just incredibly loose. Now that everything is burning even again, it's still smoking very well, even while it's this short. That bit of a metallic taste, it's beginning to get a little bit heavier now. It's still got a smooth, creamy finish. Body's about medium now, mild medium, around there, and the flavor's still sort of woody. It almost smells like pine, which is kind of odd, but it's not bad. Overall, I think this is an excellent cigar for earlier in the day when your palate's still kind of fresh, and it really won't take a heavy-bodied cigar to kind of stimulate your palate. So definitely give one of these a shot, especially at just over $2 a piece. It's definitely a good cigar to have around for earlier in the day, or even midday if you smoke heavier-bodied cigars. And it wouldn't hurt to hand one of these to a non-cigar smoker if they went looking for one, because it's not going to break the bank and it's not offensive at all. Well, that's about all I got for you. Once again, thanks for watching, guys.